Hey everyone, so today we've got another Cardfight Vanguard deck. This is going to be on my update for my Nirvana deck. So this one actually is pretty good as it lets me be able to use all the older Overdress stuff again, which is nice. It's a hybrid between the cross-dress deck and the original Overdress deck. So yeah, let's just get started. We'll start with the ride line. Of course, we've got the Grade Zero, Surprise Egg. It's the standard starter for Overdress. Reno, when she's rode upon by Ryu, you can search your deck for one Trick Star and call it to a rear guard and then shuffle. And then, of course, we've got Ryu. Its effect is when rode upon by Nirvana Jiva. You look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to one prayer dragon from among them, reveal it and put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Very nice. We are not going over their rear guard effects, as they'll never be on the rear guard. And the final card for the ride deck is the main Grade 3 Chakrabarti Phoenix Dragon Nirvana Jiva. Discard a card from your hand, choose up to one Trickstar and one prayer dragon unit from your drop, call them to rearguard circles, and then when this unit attacks, counterblast 1, choose one of your rearguards in the cross overdress state, you restand it, which is nice. Of course, we've got 3 more copies of Jiva in the main deck. We're running 2 of Brilliant Equip Bram Virina. This card's materials that you use is 1 Trickstar and 1 Prayer Dragon. During your turn, if this unit is in the cross overdress state, this unit gets an extra 10,000 power, and if your opponent's grade is Grade 3 or greater, this unit gets another 10,000 power. And then its other ability is, when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, if this unit is in the cross overdress state, you Soul Blast 1, choose one of your columns, and retire all of your opponent's units in that column, which is nice. I think this card got an errata for that effect, although it's pretty much the same thing, as I'm pretty sure it works that way in Deer Days. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing's fine. Honestly not sure what the errata is, but it works perfectly fine. Next up of the returning cards is Verena Valiente from the first set. The materials you need is a Trickstar or 1 Grade 3 or less unit in the overdress state. Its effects are, this unit gets 5,000 power for each of this unit's original dress. Its other effect is, when the attack of this unit in the overdress state hits, counterblast 1, discard a card from your hand, and restand it. It pairs up pretty nice with Bram, as both of them have on-hit effects and pressures your opponent. It also pairs up beautifully with Garo Verena as well, which is nice. So that is it for the Grade 3 overdress units. Next up, we actually have an order card, which helps this deck work. We've got 2 copies of Clad in Prayer. You can play this if you have a Vanguard with Nirvana in its card name, and 1 or more units each in the overdress state and the cross overdress state. Choose one of your units in the overdress states. It gets the ability, once per turn, when your Vanguard attacks, stand this unit, and until the end of turn, choose one of your units in the crossover dress state. It gets 10,000 power for the turn, which is pretty nice. And again, it's basically there for your big finishing turn. We got 2 copies of Jeweled Sword Equip Garo Verena. Of course, you need a Trickstar and a Prayer Dragon to make this. When this unit is in the crossover dress state, it gets 10,000 power. For the battle that this unit attacked, when your unit would call cards from their hand to Guardian Circle, they must call 2 or more cards at the same time. Pretty nice. And again, he pairs beautifully with Valiente, as this guy can make your opponent have to drop multiple cards, and then they'll be less able to block his attacks. Next up, we've got another Overdress target. This is Verena Arcs, again from set 1. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if it is in the Overdress state, counterblast 1, draw 2 cards, and it gets 5,000 power for the end of the turn. And of course, its materials are a Trick Star. Very nice and simple. The final cross Overdress unit is Sturdy Wall Equip Vils Verena. This needs 1 Trick Star and 1 Prayer Dragon to make. When this unit is placed on rearguard by cross Overdress, choose a card from your drop zone with the cross Overdress ability other than itself and put it into your hand. Rearguard and Guardian Circle. If this unit is in the cross Overdress state, this unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects, and it gets an extra 5,000 power and 10,000 shield. Very nice. As for the Prayer Dragons, we've got 2 Sword Equip Dragon Gallo Knight. When this unit becomes an original dress, choose one of this card's outer dress units. Until the end of turn, it gets 5,000 power, and if that outer dress is Jewel Sword Equipped Garo Verena, it gets an extra 5k power. Very nice. However, the new main Prayer Dragon for the deck is Strike Equipped Dragon Straigalio. This is an amazing card, and it even helps the original Overdress deck as well. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle from hand, if you have a Vanguard with Nirvana in its card name, discard a card from hand, search your deck for up to 1 card with the Overdress ability or 1 Trick Star, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. When this card becomes an original dress, counterblast 1, choose a Trick Star in your drop zone and call it to a rearguard circle. Very nice. And very needed. And, well, next set, which is set 10, which further supports this hybrid version of the deck, we get another Searcher similar to him, and we also finally get a Counter Charter as well, which is very nice. The final Prayer Dragon for the deck, which was the original main target, is Flash Equipped Dragon Brahmada. When this card becomes an original dress, counterblast 1, draw 2 cards, choose a card from your hand, and discard it. However, he's not that necessary anymore. Of course, we got the 3 perfect guards that have the, if you have 2 or less cards in your hand, you don't have to discard anything for the perfect guard. And, of course, we also have Elementaria Sanctitude, which is great for going up against grade 4 decks, and anything that can triple drive, which is actually quite a few things now. However, you won't see this in any grade 4 builds or, well, the new super special deck that's in set 9 as well, which we will go over next time. Again, you'll have to wait to see that one. It's very cool. Of course, we got the main star for the deck, 4 Trick Star. Nice and simple. He only has the effect of this unit can't be chosen by your opponent's card effects, but he's still the heart and soul of this deck, as he's needed to go into all of your super forms for him. Of course, we've got the 3 non-effect critical triggers, the 4 effect critical triggers. I might actually put in some of the effect fronts in this, maybe, but I like the trigger ratios I have for the moment. Of course, we have the 4 non-effect heals. I'm not really a fan of the effect heals, even the new ones we got in 9. They're just too situational for me, and I like the nice and simple heals right here. And then, of course, we've also got the 4 effect draws. Again, with Straigalio getting automatically searching for stuff, you're not too concerned about not getting pieces you need anymore, but the draws still really help a lot. And of course, to round out the deck, we've got the Dragon Empire Overtrigger. And that is it for my update on Nirvana. Again, it still is my absolute favorite deck in Overdress. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed talking about this one.